Hello guys and welcome to Mentoring Mondays. It's Lana here and we will carry on with learning the new astrology and this week. Last time I mentioned you that learning a job for so let's start it again. Definitely I haven't had enough coffee today. So to be able to learn a new job, one key thing is muscle memory. So I'm trying to place similar skills on similar jobs on the same button, and that will help me to remember pressing it even if I don't look at my hotbar. And because of this, I made a little change to my Astro hotbar compared to how it was last week, and I will show you why. For that, we will swap to Scholar. So Scholar is my main healer, and I have some key abilities and cooldowns up in the top level here. So Ether Flow is the Scholar's resource skill. Then we have Seraph, which will turn into a huge shield. This one it's a macro to put it on the target, mostly the tank. This will increase the healing what the tank can get and also give them a bit more HP, so like a kind of healing boost skill. Then this one here is a buff, and that one is again a healing boost skill on a quite long cooldown, and this is my emergency button because I only eat the fairy when it's very necessary. So based on this, I will show you Sage, because Sage and Scholar are almost completely identical with skills. Like there are a lot of abilities which are equivalent to each other. So on Sage, this is again the like resource ability, which is turning my pure heals into shields. This one is a big shield. If I put this one on the tank, it means that the Cardia ability, which I have like a kind of tether on the tank, will heal bigger. And then this one is a resource management skill again, because Sage doesn't have any damage buffs here. And it's this skill which prompted me to change my Astro hotbar a little bit, because now I have light speed here on Astro, which is it's kind of resource management because we can use instant skills twice. And I moved Synastry over here to the same button where I have the big shield, bigger heal for Scholar, and have the ability for Sage, which will give bigger heals to the tank. So Synastry is on the same button, so hopefully I won't forget to press it, and then my tank will get bigger heals. Also, the damage buff is on the same button like it is for Scholar. I moved Draw over here, which is still not quite far away on the keyboard, so I can press it easily. But because I would be looking at these play card buttons anyway to see which I have still left, which I can still use, I think it's good to have Draw above them, so my focus when I'm looking at cards is all there on cards. And because on this button here I usually have a big shield type of thing on all of my healers, this is where I will put the ability which we will be learning today, Collective Unconscious. This is a big channeled shield for Astro. Let's put it there and then I will show you how it looks like. So if I press it, it will hold up a big shield which you can hardly see because it's covering the entire room. And if I move, then it stops, but I still have a little buff there on me. So this is quite an important skill, and I know that just like with Sinestry, I always forgot to use it when I was previously trying to play Astro. So I think this way they are at a much better place where, based on how I play Scholar, I will instinctively use these skills a lot more. I did put another version of Sinestry out here simply because this macro is written so it goes always on the tank, since most likely I would be using it on the tank, but in case I have to use it on someone else, I can use the manual version of the skill. This is something I do with some macros, which are like 90% of the time easier to use with a macro because they will go on the same target anyway, but I will also have a backup version of it in case I need to change that targeting. So that was the little lecture for today about the muscle memory's importance. So now we will go and put these skills into some practice. Let's have a look on the skills and on the duty list again. Last time we were in Shomal, which is a level 53 dungeon. So we got to practice there a little bit the level 50 abilities, and I think that went quite okay. We actually went there with people and there were no deaths, so I think that was a quite successful run. But again, the first run today I will do with the duty support, so I can practice on my own before I ask people to trust me with their lives. Malefic 2 on level 54, that's just an upgrade to the attack skill, so we don't really need to practice that one, but I do want to practice collective unconscious. So we will go into the vault, which is level 57, but if I'm correct, then we will get synced to level 58, yeah, so I can practice the new skill there, but we are going there with duty support. Okay, so this will be a very emotional party. We are taking our friend Hoshifan to tank. Alfina will be DPS. So let's see if I keep Alfino alive better than usually he keeps me alive. Because oh boy, when I bring him with me to duty support as healer, usually he lets me die for no reason. Alright, so let's go to the vault. Okay, I will use some buff food. And let's go and see how it goes. Of course, he's already charging in. We'll give him some healing. But I think he handles it quite well, which is good. When we get to a point where we can double pull, I will try to double pull, so we can test the new abilities, because with just single groups, oh my god, talking is very difficult today. So with single groups, I won't really have to use these skills. Okay. Give the damage buff to Alphinaud this time. Give Horsefan a shield. What we can do, and I will try that, we can put this up and not channel it completely, and it will still keep on the regen function. Okay, I kind of like it on this level with like one groups, because I didn't really have to use any GCD heals, which is nice. Okay, off you go, my boy. Let's bring that guy here. Oh, he is bringing it. Nice. Don't forget my cards. Give him a shield. Yeah, that macro works wonders now. That it is actually already targeting the tank and not randomly whoever I have the mouse over. I do need to try and pull double groups for him, because this was still not as challenging as a player would have been. But we will try a next dungeon with a player anyway, so. And I like that new location of the draw on the F button, because I was actually looking if I have any cards left, and then I realized that I can draw again. So it looks like the first problem I had with Astro is solved, because I managed to find a reasonably good spot for my buttons. And that's always a good start for learning and playing any job. Okay. Let's wait a little bit so I can draw my cards. There we go, fresh set of cards. Come on, boys. Yeah, they were not in my bubble, so I did that at the wrong place. Well done, me. Okay. And if I can, please give them a card. Give me the region this time. And give the tank the shield. Of course, they are running the other direction than me. But that happens with players as well. You try to run somewhere. Hey Newt, how you doing? I think I found a good place for my buttons. So I'm actually pressing skills. Used all my cards, that's something. I didn't forget any of them. Okay, let's try to pull these two guys to the next group. Don't think that they will come now. Yeah. I was hoping for a bit more challenge, but maybe I shouldn't. Oh, these guys are already shooting at me. Nice. Half an hour, I can hear that you are very focused. I think he just wants to get all my cards. Okay, it's going well with one group. I need to try and find a spot where I can pull a second group for him and see how we can handle that. Oh. Didn't know that I had to run this forward to get the mobs. Why is the dragon taking damage? I think this dragoon is just being a dragoon and standing in every AoE. Okay, we can definitely pull more mobs here. I will pull the horses. Half an hour? That's out of healing range. Yeah, next lesson for today, guys. Stand close to the healer. And he's like his sister, pressing the limit break as soon as he can.
I will not yield to you.
I was worried for a second that Afra is not going to move out of the AoE. What is this dragon doing? Seriously? Yeah, who needs players messing up when the duty support is messing up as well? Giving me the authentic healer experience here. Ouch. Afino, less talking and press your buttons. Thank you. Oh boy. These NPCs are not making my life any easier. The only one I can't complain about is Horsefan. He's a good boy. Alright, here we go, double pull again. Come on, boys. No? No. It's too far away for them to double pull. Meh. I tried. I think the later thrusts are a bit better designed for double pulling. I actually gave my healing card to Afino because he took some damage. Needs it more than the tank.
I shall show you something special.
Okay, gave him a little shield and regen from the new spell. I think the next dungeon I will try with people. Okay, we can pull more here. Let's go. They are close enough. Come on, guys. That's it. Come on. Are you gonna tank them in the door? Oh, bless.
Away with you.
Yeah, that's not really helping that I have this one mage here. Okay, little bit of tanking lesson for today. If you have a caster, pull the rest of the group there.
Away with you.
Half an hour.
Pull yourself together.
Half an hour. What did I tell you about healing range? He was standing outside the door with a dot on him and I couldn't hear him. Okay, this is actually fun. Alfino is providing me with lots of extra content in the form of clips for tonight.
Bear witness.
Like... Alfino? Seriously? You are going to be the bane of my existence. This guy. Okay. 4 cards. And then let's go. Come on.
Filthy rats.
Don't think that we will be skipping too many mechanics. At least the dragoon was doing the chain mechanics, right? That's something. Let's touch the horses.
Sickness must be purged. Away with you.
Who was that in my healing range again? Half an hour.
And now the final cut.
Okay, let's kill the ads quickly. Hope that I don't need to heal any DPS. No, I just need to heal myself. And that's slow, which I can assume now.
This shall be a mercy. You disgust me.
That was a little bit of damage because we were slow. Don't know what these boys were doing.
Sickness must be purged. Be done with you.
Is it gonna be me chained again? Yes. And one of the horses caught me.
Sickness must be purged.
Do we get another AoE? Yes. You know, just standing outside of the healing range casually. Oh, that's not where I was meant to be, but hey, oh. Yes, you know, you have your pride and you stand outside of the healing range. This boy, seriously. Okay, let's see if we do any better with players, shall we? Okay, what other skills do I get? Okay, so on level 60, there's Celestial Opposition, which is OGCD heal and region. Nice. Time to practice that. So, where should we go? Anything level 60 will do, really. That's a lot of dungeons. Alright, let's pick some nicer ones. And oh, that's a nice first one. Sloppy. Should we do Mr. Sloppy? Let's do Mr. Sloppy. Okay, that's 5 dungeons. Let's see where we will be needed. Yeah, that one can be a spicy first pull if if the tank is pulling wall to wall. I hope they won't. Okay, I selected these 5 dungeons and let's see where we are needed. In the Arboretum. Okay. If they survive the Arboretum, I will go for Bazar's Wall for the spicy food. But first, I want to see that I'm fairly confident with these skills. Okay. At least the tank is not watching cutscene. That's something. Double pull, let's go. Triple pull? Oh my. I'm not ready for that. Or am I? Maybe I am. Okay, this is not that bad. This is actually quite alright. Ouch. Think I pulled that more ball, sorry. This tank is not messing about. Don't think I needed Sinestry there, but I panicked. Don't want them to die. Poor cards. Yes, throw the card on the wrong DPS. Never mind. This is what I get for trying to double weave. Extremely bad breath. Better to dodge, yeah? Unlike the summoner. That's like chain SU now on the poor summoner. Do we kill ads? Yeah, we kill ads. Oh, that was nice big heal. Okay, no one died. That's an achievement. Triple pull again. Oh boy. What is the monk soloing there? Don't know what the monk decided to do. Or like, yeah, I know what they were trying to do. That's alright, thank you for lurking. I will let you know if it die in Bazar's War or not. Are we going down to the boss? Yeah. Boss time! Maybe pay attention to mechanics as well and not just to the card throwing. course I went the wrong one. It's fine, everyone lives. Me running into the damage that doesn't count. It is definitely a very busy healer. Don't know how I feel about it yet, but at least I'm getting more confident on it. I need to use Lightspeed more because I always forget about it even though it's there right in my face. Thought he was going to go for more. Oh my. Yes, we are going for more. Okay, this is a time for Lightspeed. Good that he was leaving that because that was a bit tight. Like, uh, shouldn't have stopped and then carried on running because I was already prepared to stay in that spot, and then he just started to go for the next group. But it's fine. No one saw anything. Don't stand in the glowing thingy. And don't forget my dot. Is it dead? Almost. Dead now. Okay, I will give one to the monk because they stayed. I'll go to commendations. I hope it's not like commendation out of pity. And so no one can say that I'm a chicken. We are going for Berser's Wall, and let's see that pull at the beginning, how bad that's going to be. Alright, here we go. Berser's Wall. Is the tank going to do the triple pull? That is the question. It's a paladin. At least a paladin is fairly sturdy, so hopefully we will be good. Probably I stood in an AoE. Well, they lived. It's AoE, so I will give the melee card to the tank. Well, I'm not always on time with the cards, and sometimes I have the oh shit, what's happening, pressing buttons to heal someone, but it's just the regen healer, which is normal, but I don't like the having to react to something and not being able to shield people beforehand. At least I have 2 shields now for the tank, which is something, I guess, but and that totally wasn't a triple weave there. Oh dear. That summoner really got some extra damage. And I even put the regen on them beforehand. Sorry, tank didn't have any more shields left. Whoa, that was probably the Pictomancer one-shotting that. Ah, help. Yeah, tank still has a shield, good. Oh dear me. Yeah, I don't need this kind of excitement. I prefer my cozy shield healer. But if no one dies, I take it as a win then. Okay, let's see the big boys. The buttons on my mouse seem to be not quite working sometimes. Gave a damage card to the tank, they deserve it too. Yeah, the side plate with the buttons on my mouse just moved, so it was not connected well. But now it seems to be good again. Okay. Okay. Time for the second boss, I think. Hopefully there's no more of these guys. Oh, there is more of these guys. Okay. I thought it was boss time already, but not yet. Now it's boss time. And this will be a little bit of mechanics structure, because this is something I often see people mess up. Yeah, I will just give the Pictomancer all the damaging cards, because Pictomancer is brutal on this level, I think. So, it's this jammer. Don't move, don't do anything. Not even auto attack, because that's when you get thrown up to the sky. I was too close, and even though I stopped doing skills, it still auto targeted the boss. and that's why he was thrown up. So we will try to do the second jammer better. Okay, this is the second jammer. Don't move, don't blink, don't do anything. Ow! It's a half speedy res. Oh, that was an eventful one. It's not easy to heal up there if I constantly have to switch targets and just GCD heal people. The tank was trying to help with some clemency, but even for them it's mostly by casting time on this level, I think. They don't have Requiescat yet, so can only heal as fast as I can. But the help was much appreciated. Yeah, I got sprint. I really miss the dash from Sage, and now White Witch has the dash as well. But on Astro is just running after the tank and wait for me, please. Okay, we are almost at Mr. Sloppy.
How'd you like this?
I did look away.
Sloppy.
No, I'm not sloppy, you were cheating.
I'll tear you limb from limb. Sloppy.
This guy just really likes that word.
For Alamigo! I am you now.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
course I forgot to look away again. Okay, it's time to free our healer. Nice. No one is sloppy, shush.
I'll tear you limb from limb.
Thank you, party. Give one to this tank because they were very helpful. Good two comes again. Don't know why I wasn't that good. All right. So when do we get our next skill? Next skill is Earthly Star on 62. I actually do have a macro for that. So it looks like this. It will put Earthly Star on the target, which will be most of the time the boss. And I put it here because that's where I have my bubble shields usually. But what I will do in case I need to manually activate it as well, I will put the equivalent of it on this third hotbar, and I say we can try a level 62 dungeon, which is not that big of a jump in difficulty, but I get to practice more these skills because I'm getting there, but I'm not as good with them as I would like. So let's see what is a level 62 dungeon. Oh, Shisui. Or Shisui. Yeah, it's Shisui. Yeah, I'm not ready for Bardam's Battle. We are definitely not doing that with people just now. So we can do either the Siren Song C, which is syncing me to 62, so I will have Earth Star, or we can do this one. I think I might just put both of them in there, and we'll see where I get sent to. Okay, I still don't need to repair, so let's help people with one more dungeon and then we will see how we are doing with time. Okay, it's a warrior, which is good for self heals. Let's throw them a region. Probably I will need my spiriting. Yeah, I just decided to manually detonate this thing because wanted to make use of the damage from it as well, and not just the heal. When I originally played Astro, I was still quite okay with it on this between 60 and 70 level, and after 70 I was having problems. So we will see how that is going to go. And I totally put the wrong card on the wrong person again. Sorry, summoner. This happens when I'm talking too much. Okay, time for the first boss. Off you go, tank. No cards yet, but in a second. Summoner got the card now. Didn't mess up this one. And that was a nice and timely heal from my Earthly Star. You might get another use out of it nicely, so I just put it down anyway. Yeah, let's just detonate it now. This was quite a nice first pour and first boss. So let's see how it goes. I do like this dungeon. There are some decent pulls in it. Like, wouldn't necessarily say challenging, but like decent sized pulls. But this one is a bit big. Hello. Okay, I managed. With a few panic pressing buttons, but I managed. Yeah, this was a little bit big pull. And no point dragging like mobs with 2 centimeters HP left. my AoE is not really hitting all three of them, or does it? Yeah, just about, but it does. Now it doesn't. Okay. Yeah, I would have just done that in two separate pulls. If you are going to put it wall to wall, then you bring them here. But you really need to know what your healer is capable of for that. And this is where I decide to place my star manually, because it's better covering the arena this way. Not necessarily giving the tank the shield here, because the DPS might get caught in these AoEs like the dragon did. And go into the box before it's too late. Oh, poor dragoon. Did they make it? Yeah, just in time. Card to the summoner. We can definitely use another Earthly Star. It's good to have your eyes on the Earthly Star if you need to let it auto activate, or it's best if you trigger it by hand, because you don't want to lose that healing power and the damage. I don't know why is it so difficult to speak today. Didn't even have such a very long day, but oh well. It's AoE, so I gave the tank the card. And they got a nice big heal with Sinestry and that Benefic. I think sometimes it's even worse using Sinestry when you will just use one GCD heal on the tank, because it will give them a huge heal. I keep forgetting my light speed. I need to do something with that, because it's such a good spell. But I think I'm so used to using a GCD and then no GCD that I just don't press it before the pull, and I feel like that's what I sometimes should be doing. Just press it before we even pull the group. It's different rotation what you need to do in a raid environment and different rotation in a dungeon. put down Earth Star while we're waiting here. It will come in handy with the next one anyway. Yeah, just don't point them at each other. Was just checking if I have light speed already, but not yet, so at least I wasn't missing out on one now. Here's a region for the tank, and I will probably activate Earth Star in a second. Okay, no one died. Let's give one to the summoner because DPS lives matter. I did like that summoner. And that's a praise from me because I'm a summoner main. And I can be very picky if I like a summoner or not. Okay. We definitely have time for one more dungeon. So... do I get any skills on level 65? Don't think so. Just the bigger damage. So, Bardom's Metal is quite a tricky one, and it's probably a good one to practice with a live tank. Doma Castle I haven't done in ages. Castrum Urbania is a nice one as well. Who is the duty support for Doma? Where's Doma? Stoneblood. Or Bardom's Metal, yeah. Hey. Like, Bardom's Battle is challenging if you go with a player and they don't know how to tank. When they just do that big pull and then don't get out of it. Okay. As much as I like this group, I want to get better at learning people. So we are doing Bardom's Battle with actual people. Let's go. I will regret this, I know. And definitely use some more food. Okay, it's a Dark Knight. That's double challenge because Dark Knight is not very well mitigated on this level. And we have a cutscene viewing Pictomancer. Did I ask for this? Okay, they might not want to do big pulls, which is not a problem by me. So if they go small, then we go small. even though I came here to practice big pulls, it's never a good idea to press the tank if they don't feel comfortable with bigger pulls. They want to go nice and small, then we go nice and small. Let them get used to it. It's also a returning player, so they might not have played the game in a very long time. Nice cozy random. They are using mitigations nicely, so maybe they will be a bit more brave on the next lot. We will see. Or maybe not. I'm keeping my... Oh, sorry, that was me. I shouldn't have. Sorry. I really didn't want to pull ahead, but I did. Don't even need Earthly Star here really, but I just put it down to practice. Okay, and here comes the second pull. Staying? Staying, yes. We are doing this group by group. Fine. And I should take that paralysis off. I'm really sorry that it took this long. Let's use Earthly Star for these guys. Just using my party OGCD heals as well on the tank. But this is a fun dungeon, I will get to show you some mechanics. And please don't be like me, don't stand in the AoE. Okay, so here if you get the tether, you want to go to the ships. See? Pictomancer knows what they are doing, they went close to the ship. But not close enough, because it also woke up these guys here, and that's what we wanted to avoid. Just put down the Earthly Star manually because I wanted to better coordinate that majority of the arena is in it. Still didn't do a very good job with it. But hey, at least everyone was in it. That's a good start for me. Okay. This is where the ships are. But we didn't have to do that. Okay, are we doing double pulls or no? I think we are still doing single pulls. This one is a single pull anyway. I will keep Percy Star for the next one. Yeah, one pull, so that's the start, because why not, it's free damage. And if you think about it, I'm doing the same what this tank is doing, that only going into dungeons in a pace which is comfortable for me. So I haven't done any higher level dungeons, and I'm only going to progress into a higher level dungeon when I feel like I'm ready for it. So there's no rush, no point to go into a duty where you don't feel comfortable with, where you don't know what you are doing, and it frightens you. So I will see how many dungeons I skip and how big steps forward we will take. But this was quite a nice toolkit to get used to today. And basically, so here we don't do any damage, it's just doing mechanics. But this is a simple one look away, and actually this arena is separated into 4 quadrants to kind of guide you that each player should have their own quadrant, and if you stay in your own quadrant, then most likely you will be fine. You will have enough space to carry out all the mechanics. Okay, this is the towers, so everyone needs to take a tower, and there's only 3 in case one person messes up. This you want to bring together, because if you spread, then it will be just too much and cover the whole arena. This thing will follow you around, so you shouldn't do what these people are doing and come over to my quadrant, because then we just run over each other. You can literally just run in circles in your own quadrant and you will be fine. Here you can stand behind, or you can stand in the circle which already exploded. It's like going outside like waves. We will see it again later, so I will show you the other way to do it, because now I was just going the easy way and stand behind it. Now we get Meteor, and normally in normal content you would want to destroy this Meteor, but we can't. So the only other thing we can do against it is hide. But the game gives us some more mechanics to do first. See, it's exploding there, and then I run in here where it already exploded, and now we go behind the rock to hide from the big meteor. And that was the last trial. Well done. This is a very nice one to learn some mechanics. And I kind of wish they did more bosses like this one, because these mechanics were fairly often in the game at the time when Stormblood came out, and some of them, like hide behind the meteor, hide behind the rock from the meteor, is still giving trouble to people in Crystal Tower, for example, in the raids. People will just not hide and die. So it would be nice if they did a similar boss for current mechanics. I think this would be a very nice way for people to practice, because they don't need to focus on any damage, just purely doing the mechanics. And this is why we usually say when you go into a harder content like a raid, focus on the mechanics. Especially if you are seeing something for the first time, just stop doing damage. Focus on the mechanics, try to understand what's happening, and after that you can start doing damage again and try to do damage and the mechanics at the same time. So you can coordinate how your rotation works out, like if you have any spells where you can't move, or if you have any skills where you need to be close to the boss, and which are the skills you can use when you go away from it. A lot of the time, experienced raiders can learn the mechanics by still doing a perfect rotation for two reasons. One is what we talked about at the beginning of today, the muscle memory, that they don't have to look at their hotbars, they are just pressing buttons out of memory, and they can focus purely on the mechanics by still doing their rotation fine. And the other one is that there are a lot of similar mechanics in the game, so you will see stuff returning from, especially from Realm Reborn, like icon bosses. So there are a lot of content which uses like mechanics from the Shiva encounter or Ifrit, Titan. So if they see a pattern, or like in Eden raids where you get a certain icon summoned, you will know what kind of attacks you can expect from it. Okay, ready, pull. Just try to place it nicely and cover the whole arena with it. Didn't really have to use too much of my toolkit here, because the tank was not pulling big, but still it's just a nicer practice with real people, because I think they stood in some mechanics and I wasn't paying attention either. I was trying to hear them and not looking at the mechanics. And I'm talking too much. Definitely talking too much. So yeah, it's one thing to learn a job and do a duty with the trusts. It's a good practice if you are really unsure of yourself, but eventually you do want to practice with people because they will make different mistakes, be more greedy, stand in AoEs, or if you want someone to stand in AoEs, just take off, you know. That didn't work. Viper really wanted to kill it before the mechanics happens. Oh, it's me again. Sorry. Okay, now we're good. Nice. I will give an encouraging one to this tank. Do I have the birdie already? Yes, so leave it to the people. Dilute, yes. Okay. Got one commendation. Don't know from who, but thank you. Let's finish it the same way like we did last time and go for a trial. So we can put in some stone blood trials if there's anything. Yeah, pool of tribute is fine. It's still within our level. Can also go for this one. And let's pick some from here. Need hug is always a nice one. Can do that one. And Sophie is fun. Okay, let's see where I'm needed. Do a trial so I can practice a little bit the 8-bank content as well, and then we will call it for today. But it's been nice so far. There was only one DPS dying under my watch and one poor Dark Knight having a close death experience and having to use Living Dead. I think that's fairly okay for a practicing healer session. At least I hope. Alright, so we are going for Nidhogg, level 60. That's a nice one. Love the music. As my bestie says, I'm here for the music. Other one is a sage, which will work nice. I gave my card to the ninja. Oh, I shouldn't be standing in that. Give one to the bard. here, these two snakes can be tanked, but the big guy can't. So normally the tanks would take the two drakes, and then the DPS would kill the shadow dragon first, since it will just go rampage and kill people. But this is again a mechanics which people don't really keep anymore because they don't know. Because we take such little damage that it's not really needed anymore to avoid that damage. Come on, Astinian, jump at me. Okay, who do we got a card to? Give it the ninja again. Oh, sprint. Ow! That was some very unfortunate latency there. Oh my. And you know what's the worst? I knew that I'm going to get hit by that even though I was not in it anymore. Away from here, or we get toasted. I'm keeping my next shield for this one. It just makes it so much easier. Away from the boss. And that's it. Done with it. Huh? Can't give one to my co-healer. Let's give one to this samurai then. Why do people disappear so quickly? I can't give commendations. Okay. We will leave it here. And next week there won't be a stream because I'm away to get some real life vacation and sunshine. But I will see you in 2 weeks. And we will get to do some level 70 and onward stuff. So End of Stormblood and Shadowbringers dungeons. Thank you for joining me today and have a nice week. Bye bye.